Most men believe cheating is an accident, a slip-up, a single bad decision made in a moment of weakness. But the truth? For some women, infidelity doesn't strike out of nowhere. It's not a lightning bolt, it's a pattern. They don't cheat because they're heartless. They don't cheat because they despise their partners. They cheat because of something deeper, because of how they're wired. Their behaviors, their emotional patterns, their unmet needs. All of it adds up to something most men miss until it's far too late. And that's the danger. You'll be the one staring at the pieces asking, "What happened?" while she's already rewritten the story and walked away. So today we're peeling back the mask. We're uncovering the kinds of women who are most likely to cheat, not to shame them, but to protect you from blind spots that can cost you everything. Pay close attention, because if you've ever met one of these women, you already know how quietly destructive they can be. Let's get into it. 1. The thrill seeker who can't stay still. Some women fall fast, too fast. From the moment she meets you, it's like a whirlwind. She's all in. You're everything. Her texts are constant, her words intense. "I've never felt this way before." She makes you feel like you've finally found the one who truly sees you. But then, just as quickly as it started, something shifts. And here's the twist, it's not you. You didn't mess up. You didn't change. She just got bored. At first, she won't even realize it herself. She'll still smile for the pictures. Still say, "I love you." But inside she's drifting. Restless. Detached. She stops texting first. She zones out during conversations. You feel her slipping, so you ask, "Is everything okay?" She replies with a soft smile and a lie, "I'm fine." But her mind is whispering something louder. Is this really it? Some women aren't built for calm waters. They say they want peace, loyalty, consistency. But when they finally get it, they don't know what to do with it. Because love for them has always come with chaos. Maybe they grew up in a home where affection was unpredictable. Maybe every relationship before you was with someone toxic. Someone who kept them guessing, doubting, spinning in emotional circles. They've been trained, conditioned, to associate love with intensity, not stability. So when they finally meet a man who's kind, grounded, steady, they confuse that peace with boredom. And that boredom becomes dangerous. She'll start seeking a spark, any spark. Flirting with strangers. Picking fights with you just to feel something. Clubbing more. Texting old flings. All in the name of fun. She tells herself it's harmless. Until one day it's not. She meets someone new. He gives her that rush again, the butterflies, the thrill, the unknown. And now she's emotionally gone, justifying the messages, testing boundaries, wondering if she still has options, until eventually she crosses the line. Not because she stopped loving you, but because she doesn't know how to love without chaos, because she doesn't know how to exist in something that feels stable. Here's the hard truth, you can't fix her. You can be more spontaneous. You can try harder. You can step back, give her space, play every card in the deck. It won't matter, because this isn't about you. She doesn't cheat because you failed her. She cheats because she's chasing an emotional high, and nothing stable ever satisfies that craving. So don't try to hold on to someone who's addicted to destruction, because no matter how good you are, how much you love her, she'll keep searching for the next thrill, until there's nothing left to ruin but you. 2. The woman who feeds on attention. You think you've given her everything. Your time, your loyalty, your full heart. But somehow, it's never enough. Some women claim they want the fairy tale, the loyal man, the consistent love, the one who puts them first. And yet, when they get that man, they crave something else. Not more love, more eyes. Because for her, the real drug isn't love, it's attention. She walks into a room and needs to be noticed. Not just by you, but by every man who glances her way. And if she senses she's being ignored, she'll find a way to become the center of gravity. At first she's magnetic, charming, playful. She laughs with ease and makes people feel like they're the only one in the room. It feels exciting, even a little intoxicating. But then the cracks begin to show. You catch the pattern. The thirst for likes on her selfies. The not-so-subtle captions meant to attract attention. The way she casually brags about how other men hit on her, like she needs you to know she's still in demand. She doesn't flirt out of affection. She flirts out of habit. And worst of all, she doesn't think she's doing anything wrong. In her world, it's not cheating. It's not betrayal. It's just part of who she is. But to you, feels like standing on a cliff, slowly losing your footing. Here's where most men mess up. They think if I just love her enough, she won't need all that noise anymore. But that's not how it works. Women like this don't just enjoy attention. They need it. It's their fuel. Without it, they feel invisible. And here's the brutal twist. The more love you pour in, the less she feels it. That's the law of diminishing returns. What once lit her up, your compliments, your affection, now barely moves the needle. She's built a tolerance, so she starts chasing it elsewhere. A friendly coworker, a flirty message from an ex, a stranger at the bar who makes her feel electric again. She won't see it as cheating. She'll see it as feeling alive. And slowly, line by line, she'll blur the boundary until one day she crosses it completely. And when you confront her, she'll look at you confused, almost offended, because to her, it was never about hurting you. It was about chasing a high she thought you could no longer give. That's why with women like this, there's only one move that protects your peace. Walk away before she turns your love into just another name in her collection of forgotten admirers. 3. The childish party lover. There's a certain kind of woman you meet, and from the moment she walks in, she owns the room. The music hits, the lights flash, and she comes alive like the night was made for her. She's the one dancing on tables, laughing without a care, drawing eyes like a magnet. At first, she's intoxicating. She's exciting, unpredictable, full of energy. She makes life feel like a movie, wild, fast, full of spontaneous scenes that never seem to stop. But soon that thrill starts to come with a cost. You begin to realize she's not just enjoying the party. She's living for it. And she's not ready to leave it behind. She might say she wants something real. She might even mean it in the moment. But to her, commitment feels like confinement. Responsibility feels like a weight. And stability? That feels like the end of the show. The issue isn't that she goes out, it's what happens when she does. She drinks until her memory fades. She flirts just enough to feel validated. And when you're not around, she doesn't act like someone who's taken. She acts like someone who still wants to be wanted. And when you confront her, she shrugs. It was just a dance. I had too much to drink. You're overreacting. She paints your concern as insecurity, your boundaries as control. But what she won't admit is that she's chasing the high of being desired, even if it means disrespecting what you two are building. That's the danger. She tells herself she's just having fun. But night after night, she keeps walking a tightrope over temptation. And eventually she slips. Not every woman who loves nightlife is unfaithful. But when the party becomes a lifestyle, when she's always avoiding anything that looks like responsibility or depth, then loyalty was never her goal. Because for her, love isn't something you build. It's just another thrill. One more spark in a world that only feels alive when it's chaotic and loud. And the moment something shinier, riskier, more exciting shows up, she won't hesitate to chase it, leaving you behind in the quiet, wondering how something that once felt so electric could disappear without warning. For the one who cheats again and again, there's a certain kind of woman who doesn't just make one mistake, she makes a pattern out of betrayal. She doesn't cheat because she slipped. She cheats because she's wired that way. For her, infidelity isn't a moment of weakness. It's a thrill, a game, a twisted power play where getting away with it is the reward. And when she's caught, oh, she'll cry, she'll beg, she'll swear she's sorry, that it was a one-time thing. But it never is. Because once the dust settles, she's right back at it. Psychologists call it compulsive infidelity, a behavior linked to people who crave control, who lack remorse, who manipulate like it's second nature. She doesn't feel guilt. She doesn't feel shame. She feels nothing, except the adrenaline of knowing she fooled you again. Even marriage won't stop her. A ring on her finger doesn't change the game, it just raises the stakes. She'll promise she's changed, that she's finally ready to be loyal. But eventually the same excuses return. I wasn't happy. He didn't give me enough attention. It just happened. But here's the truth, it didn't just happen. It happened because it's who she is. And if you fall for her, if you ignore the signs and believe the tears, you're not her first heartbreak, you're just her next target. 5. The one who can't let her past go. There's a reason some doors never fully close, because someone keeps leaving them cracked open. When a woman won't cut ties with her ex, it's never just about friendship. It's not just a few harmless texts. It's not just memories shared. It's something deeper, something unfinished. She'll tell you, he was a big part of my life. We're just friends now. You're overthinking it. But here's the truth. If she truly respected what she had with you, she wouldn't still be feeding what she had with him. Keeping an ex in her life is like keeping an umbrella indoors on a sunny day. You only do it if you think rain might come. And if she's holding on to that connection, it means she's not fully in yours. Emotional cheating always shows up before the physical ever does. The midnight check-ins. The "I miss the way things used to be" messages. The nostalgic laughs over shared memories that no longer belong in the present. Those aren't just innocent exchanges. They're breadcrumbs. And if she's following them, they're leading her somewhere you were never invited to go. The worst part? She may never cross the line physically, but emotionally she's already divided. And a divided heart has no space to truly belong to you. Most men think they can win her over with loyalty, with consistency, with love. They think if they give enough, prove enough, sacrifice enough, she'll eventually choose them completely. But some women aren't wired for that kind of devotion. Some keep chaos in their back pocket like a spare key. Some always keep one foot in the past in case the future feels too calm. And some will always have a backup plan just in case. Ignore the signs and you'll waste years building a future with someone who never truly left her past. You'll invest everything, only to find out you were just her plan B the entire time. So don't wait until you're the one left standing alone, wondering what went wrong. Trust what your gut is whispering. Because when something feels off, it usually is. Walk away before she turns you into the guy who never saw it coming. If you got something out of this, make sure to like, drop a comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into attraction psychology and the Stoic way of thinking. Until then, stay sharp, stay mindful, and always pay attention to the